Yeah, we got thirsty. I still didn't get any ramen. I'm a failure as a human.
Fuck.
We'll check on the priest to make sure he's okay.
Be careful.
I'm a little,
Greetings.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That is a pleasant surprise. I didn't expect anyone to visit my dojo at this hour.
We just wanted to come and check on your priest there, make sure he was okay.
Is that
Last time we were
so?
here, he was lying down a little. He looked a little sick.
That is extremely nice of you. I am glad that this visit has nothing to do with what I overheard about the water.
We were talking about if we got thirsty.
I see.
What did you hear?
I heard many things. Yet, I heard nothing. For you see, words are nothing. Without knowing the intent and the context, they can be misleading.
That is very true, yes.
And I do not wish to
Quite
judge
right.
you for your words. I would prefer to judge you for your actions. And so far, you have been nothing but pleasant and kind to me. How are things?
We try.
How have you
I feel
been?
like you're the first. I feel like he's the first person to say that to us today.
Genuinely.
How so? Is something wrong?
Well, the Sun City's a little hectic.
When has it been any otherwise? It has always been hectic.
It was probably nice and peaceful right before we all landed here.
I see. Usually whenever I'm around, there is only one person in there. Or I just meet the two of you and Mizu. So my experience with the Sun City has always been nothing but pleasant. Sometimes I encounter others, but they rarely ever talk to me. They just go about their day.
We've been getting some of that treatment lately as well.
I see.
People are rather busy.
I can see that the position of being a part of the council might be challenging. I had similar talks with Mizu before. Seems like that particular duty weighs heavily upon everyone.
Well, running a city isn't easy, especially starting out.
And it's not supposed to. It is a duty, it is a service, and as such, there is no reward apart from knowing that you're doing a good thing for those that put their trust in you. It is an honorable decision that unfortunately will cost a lot. Patience, nerves. I do not envy you, but at the same time, you have my respect for this courage of attempting such a position and doing your best. Greetings, Sel.
Hello.
Hello.
We were just talking
How are you?
about the hardships of politics.
Oh?
Indeed.
What's so hard about it?
Well, we were only elected a couple days ago, so we're still trying to get the swing of things a bit.
Mainly people not listening when we ask them something and then doing exactly what they want and getting upset when we tear it down or tell them to stop. I'm sure it will be fine.
Yeah. You know, if people won't listen to their council or their governor, then I would suggest that your council and or governor do what they want and not consult the people on what it should or shouldn't be. Your term might not last very long, but he'll get the point across. And then you won't have to deal with
Yeah.
it.
We did a little bit of that. There's someone masquerading as the Red Hand, is what they call themselves. And they've littered the city with flyers talking about the selfish and unjust council who don't listen to the people or communicate, despite having notices and rules and. Yeah.
Seems like they're trying to
People be
I
campaign
understand.
against you.
I understand.
Mhm.
Yes.
Despite doing all the things that they say we're not doing. They just don't want to read. But we're the ones who don't communicate.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A difficult position indeed. But I cannot really speak for others among us, Tenin. But if there is anything that we can do to help facilitate the creation of this council and to ensure that your faction elected right officials that are trying to do the best they can do to serve their people, you can always come to us, even if it's just for guidance or to vent. We are here to serve everyone, and if you need us, then please don't hesitate to ask.
I just find myself meditating in the temple quite often, praying for some patience.
As do I.
Mhm.
I do that every day.
I'm still waiting, but it's a process.
It will come. Maybe when it's too late, but it will come.
I found that if you don't take it too personally, when you put a bunch of work into making sure everyone knows the guidelines that are set out, and people don't read them, don't comprehend them, you just understand that people have their own motivations to be who they are. And sometimes that doesn't always align with what you want or what you're trying to get across. Basically, like everyone is a toddler. And sometimes you'll have their attention and sometimes you won't.
That is very
Yep.
true.
It's very
And
accurate.
at the same time, you will always encounter those who think they can do your job better without actually trying to do so. And they only are campaigning for this position right now just to prove a point. You know, actually, once they get elected, if they manage to get you out of the game, then they will fall down like a house of cards in the wind.
You know, we actually heard that exact sentence from people today multiple times that we're corrupt and they could do it so much better. But they don't want to run, of course. It's just they hate us. And they hate how we do it.
If
Even
Well,
though they've
the-
decided that we need 30 town guards. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but too many guards and dogs for some reason. And we've told them, yeah.
that
the
seems like an
struggle.
excessive
We're giving them one
amount.
more chance. We're giving them one more chance to do as we've told them. But when they see us, they decide to run away instead of speaking to us. So we put up a notice, and if they read it, they read it. If not, some hounds and people will be released to the wilderness.
lead or follow. You have the choice of one or the other. If you don't want to lead, then follow. If you can't handle being in the position of following, then you should be a leader.
Mhm. I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who complains about something but absolutely does nothing to remedy it is called a whiner.
Is
Just
that the
put that
technical
out.
term?
Yep, absolutely. That is absolutely the technical term.
And Miss Jade,
Perfect.
if these people want to blame anyone, then please tell them to blame me. I was the one who encouraged Mizu to step up. She told me that she didn't feel like being in this position. She thought she wasn't good enough. But I saw this fire in her, this righteous desire to serve her people. And the fact that she didn't want to do this position, I knew that she would be the right one. And in the end, she got elected because others believed in her, just as I did. And you are now in the same position. And I believe I also encouraged you to step up, because I saw what was happening in the Sun faction. It wasn't easy. Things were chaotic. The governor that was formally elected was dishonorable, and he was barely ever around. At least that's what I heard from others, and from what I
That's
unfortunately saw in my dojo. I was
Well,
Mhm.
he
looking
has
forward.
decided to step down.
Indeed, I was looking forward to this change. I like all of you, and I knew that you would be the right people for this task. It pains me to see.
Go ahead.
I'm almost done, but I just wanted to say it pains me to see that your journey is so difficult.
Them's the breaks.
Mhm.
Something to remember, though, is you don't always know someone else's mind. You don't know what they're going through or what they're struggling with. So just automatically assuming that someone is not honorable because they don't look to meet your standards of honor isn't fair.
With all due respect, I spent about an hour with them. I saw them fighting. I saw them treating others below them, and they showed all traits of dishonorable actions. I may be a single man casting this judgment, but my standards of honor are those that they did not meet, and I stand by my words. And many would feel the same just by interacting with them. In the end, we have a simple choice, whether we are honorable or not. And yes, our actions will be judged and interpreted in many ways, but there are a few things, few constants we can all agree on. For example, using extensive force to prove a point that you're better than someone in sparring. After they complain, after they try to even the playing field, I would consider that a dishonorable action. Using magic just to finish an opponent in sparring, after it was previously agreed on that this duel would be conducted while using melee weapons only, just to anger them, I would consider that a dishonorable action, wouldn't you?
Perhaps. If you're trying to convince me that this previous governor was dishonorable, you're not going to.
Just
One
providing
action
examples.
that I haven't seen. Go on.
Just providing examples from my own experience. Not trying to prove anything. You make your own judgment, just as I will.
All right.
But yeah, we're hoping for some things to change. We've been posting a lot more. If they say we don't communicate, we'll communicate more. And we move the notice board to somewhere even more obvious. We'll see. And there are people who can't read, and to those people we kind of tell the things to. But the ones who are upset, I definitely know can read. And I spend so long wording those notices.
Question.
Answer.
Who is your governor now?
Well, he has decided to step down, but our election isn't until this weekend. So he said he would he wants to stay in the position until one is elected in the weekend. Yeah, so I guess it's technically still him, and I think he was awake. He's awake for an hour here or there, occasionally, and I believe he was awake last night for a small period of time.
Who? Any contenders?
There were two people running, but due to some offense, one of them has withdrawn their name. So the only person running right now is a man named Kenji. I believe that's the only person interested. There is one more. They're actually going to come talk to you guys, but
Oh,
That
yes.
is
I wouldn't worry about that.
Kitsune, right?
Kenji?
Yeah. Or is that the
No,
one?
that's Taji. Is it Kitsune?
Kenji is the one with the
Kenji-
mask, isn't he? The one in black.
He doesn't wear a mask anymore. He's actually further along in his possession.
Corruption.
He's the one
Yes.
who was rumored to have been throwing magic around and hit Soba with.
Ooh, quite possibly.
Yes, possibly.
He's gone feral a couple times and ran because he's possessed by something or other. We don't know much currently.
Wouldn't
he
be my
has
first
feral
pick
state
for a
funds.
governor.
Well, it's the only candidate. The only other candidate, Red and Blue, Issei and Ishijo, wanted to come talk to you guys about sharing the governor position, even though we showed them the book that states one person, one role. But they're very convinced that they can change your minds. So I would just mentally prepare for the hurricane that will be them attempting to convince you.
And if
that
we
they should
allow
share the
that,
role of governor.
what's stopping them at asking, why can they share that position with 5 other people?
Well, I told them, slight chance that you say no, I would prepare themselves mentally for a no.
So, I mean, they can hurricane all they like. I'm very good at saying no. No.
Good.
That's what we tried to explain
no.
to them.
But
They were adamant.
But
Yeah.
but this, no.
I'm very pleased. I wish I could witness it, but I don't want to be that close when it happens.
I am in firm agreement with that, but no.
Mhm.
Of my favors is, but why?
And yes, I would expect a visit soon, unless they like to talk a lot and never follow through. I've noticed they have caused political incidents in both capitals, and I don't know if it was in the City of Hope, but I know there's 2 reports at the guard station about them. I wouldn't worry about them. I certainly hope neither would be elected, but that is a personal opinion. Based on
Sometimes
factual evidence.
the best thing you can do is to weather the storm. Prepare yourself for the rain, for the thunder, and let it wash over. The sun will rise again, and the clouds will clear.
Good point.
In the end,
Yes, I think that's what will happen.
you will be rewarded for your patience.
Not always.
Well, if they decide that they would much rather see a different group of counselors to promote the popular interests, maybe the new council will do a good job if they vote in, red, blue, and their group. Or maybe they will see that that hard when faced with a worse alternative.
Indeed.
You know what you guys need? A tyrant.
Yes. Yes. I
We
don't
were
know if
saying
that's
that.
how governor and councils work, honestly. I'm gonna level with you. But I agree.
Nice tyrannical governor for a week.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes. Preferably someone with violent tendencies would be ideal.
Not violence. Just like a control complex.
Yes, we are in desperate need of someone to take charge, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the people who wake up regularly. Our numbers have been dwindling lately. I don't know if we have a tyrant among our midst. That's not going to be a very bad call. I feel like red and blue would be tyrants, but not in the way we want. They would open 5 more brothels in addition to the one they're currently trying to open.
Indeed.
But we did have a full council for one day for the first time since coming to this realm.
And then
Full council
then
for a
some
day.
died.
Yes.
Mhm.
We've had an absentee governor and 3 council deaths. We're doing fine. This is fine. It's going well. I think we're playing catch up with the other capitals a bit because of our rocky start, but I'm hoping we can pull it together.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
I have full faith in your abilities, regardless of your choices. I always believed in you, and I always will.
Anybody want to spar?
I had actually, one of the reasons we came here, I'm trying to figure out how to fight with a one-handed sword.
Oh?
I'm learning. I'm usually an archer, and I'm trying to learn something new. And I have a very pretty sword that was gifted to me. Oh. One moment. There we
So
are.
That was an interesting stance.
Is that not how you fight? Is that not a
With your
starting
hands
posture?
behind your back? No.
I was misled.
Satoshi can definitely teach you a lot about that. Being how I am, my one suggestion for fighting when moving from like an archer type to more of a sword or melee weapon is that you continue to try and not get hit.
I see.
So it's really easy to fall in. Completely forget that you are made of flesh, you know? And unless you are really, really attempting to be the best, you will always be at a disadvantage.
I think I'm kind of the opposite. I use too much of my fighting stamina and my breath trying to dodge because I'm afraid when I'm up close occasionally. So I dodge, and then I can't swing or run away because I'm out of breath.
L couldn't be more correct. Many warriors think that the best thing they can do is to learn how to hit as hard as they can and how to simply overpower their opponent. But the one who continuously wins is the one who doesn't get hit in return, in retaliation. You need to hit and not be hit back. That is the way of winners.
Is that okay?
L?
I thought I heard someone. Maybe she was investigating. It did sound like someone came around.
Sorry, I was putting things in the
Of
Okay.
course, in the box. If you need to unload
Still
from
there.
your bags and your pockets, there are boxes over there that are open.
Oh, in you go.
I'm not carrying very much. Oh,
Come on.
what?
Good luck.
Mhm.
So
This will go well. Mm-hmm.
something to think about when you're fighting someone with a hammer like myself is that I have a very, very wide swing. This goes for hammers and like big swords, right? So I can swing around and I have a
Mel, just take
huge
over your
area
fucking
that I
lesson.
can hit all the way around me.
God damn it.
It's
That's
fine.
not what I wanted. Okay.
So what you're going to want to do is come in from the sides or behind to try and hit me with it.
So opposite side of the hammer and behind.
Either side. Doesn't matter.
I think my first instinct is to just go away from the giant hammer. I don't know. That was me.
Notice one thing about the hammer.
Come on.
The swings may be wide, but they are also very slow. there are openings that you can exploit. But also notice that being hit by the hammer hurts a lot.
Oh, it certainly does.
So if you put yourself out there, and if you're risking too much, you'll receive a lot of punishment.
Also, watch out for that. It hurts a lot.
Is that the... What did Rosian call it? The no potato masher or something?
Remember, the hammer is very heavy, and it takes a lot of stamina to swing it that way.
Wow.
Sorry. I got very into that combo and could not stop.
So, if I wouldn't recommend trying to do it right off the bat, but the only way I can get into swinging my hammer around that is anything twice, light third, and then I go into swinging forever. And someone like me, I have a lot of breath. I can swing like that for a really long time.
But she doesn't have infinite amount of breath. There are always moments where she will need to take a breather.
Okay, you want to see how long I can do that for?
Okay. I saw you go pretty far in the realm the other day. And then I'm dead twice over. Nice.
That's a lot of spinning.
Holy shit.
Now imagine having a bow and spraying her with arrows. Would be an easy win.
Yeah, well, I feel like if she's been pelted with arrows, she'd probably have stopped longer ago.
She
I'd hope.
definitely would. And she would focus on sprinting attacks.
Yes.
Okay.
Boom. That was very impressive.
Indeed, many
So,
potatoes
if
could
you
have
had
been
to
mashed.
rate it, an average warrior, would it be half that amount, a quarter of that amount, 3/4? Where would they rate?
Half, about half.
Okay. So still a good bit.
Right.
A good bit of spin. And then if they have the fancy gloves, more.
I do have the fancy gloves.
I do as well. But yes.
So with the fancy gloves, they can save you like once in a fight, right? To where you make a mistake and all of a sudden you can roll again. But after that, you're gonna be even more boned. So if you do roll, you better have a plan for after you do that.
Yeah. I
And most of the
panic
time
dodge.
it's walking in circles.
Yeah, walking around them hoping they can't reach you. Yeah. Been there, done that. Not usually successful.
Do you know about
As-
side walking?
I don't know any tricks about it, so
on
probably
here.
not what you're talking about.
Come on here. Doshi. Come on.
She's talking to you.
So if I'm trying to avoid him,
Mm-hmm.
I am looking directly forward, right? And moving side to side as I move forward. That's going to make it a lot harder for someone to hit you.
Serpentine. Got it.
And also, like, as you turn, doing the side step, it makes where you're moving to less predictable. So.
Oh. So it's not my fighting. It's not just my fighting that sucks. It's my movement. Okay.
Indeed.
Lots to learn.
I wouldn't say you suck. Just
Less efficient, I should say.
Not a whole lot of practice. That's probably it.
Yeah. I've been used to being an archer that sits from a fair distance away. I'm very good at shooting from long distances. It's my specialty.
Even as an
Up
archer,
close,
you don't
not
just
so
stand
much.
around and wait for your opponent to come close to you and finish you off with a sword or any kind of melee weapon. You move around, you pick the right positions to shoot from, don't you?
Correct. I don't usually use a bow on level field. Like I said, I'm much more adept at sniping, so to speak.
I
Less
see.
so when they can come after me easily. I like to be able to see them coming at me, and as they start climbing to my position, I relocate.
That is wise. But the point is still the same. Even with melee fighting, what you need is to, of course, realize that you have an entire playing field and you need to use it. And also, it introduces certain limitations. Like, for example, here, we are a bit crowded, we are closed off. So, you need to be very careful once your opponent pushes you into a corner like this. You don't want to get stuck, especially against someone who knows how to use these combos, for example.
Yes. Very fair.
Round
Very
two.
well. Show me what you have.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good use of the combo to get out of that. If you would have swung there again, you would have hit him pretty hard as well. Don't forget that running is going to be your best bet to get your breath back. Run a little bit, stop.
Good fight. That was nicely done.
Thanks. Feels very inefficient, but I'll take it.
You know how to fight. You know how to deal damage. But you're receiving way too much of it. The main disadvantage that you're currently experiencing is that you are very easy to read. Your attacks are powerful, but you invest a lot of effort into them, and you leave yourself open for retaliation. What Elvo said was correct. What you need to do is to introduce a certain degree of unpredictability in your movement. And you also need to realize that some of your attacks have drawbacks. For example, whenever you do this combination, notice that you're a sitting duck for about 1 or 2 seconds at the end of that combination. That is how I finished you. I was waiting for you to finish the combination and then I lunged because I knew that is where you will end up. And of course, you have also been over-relying on dodging. That is a common mistake that every fighter does.
I panic dodge.
Exactly. With your dodges, remember this. Only do them once. At least at the beginning. Once you start turning them into dodging combinations, that's when you will immediately run out of breath. And even though you will be safe temporarily, you cannot fight without any breath left in your lungs. You will be a sitting duck and you will die. Because if your opponent knows that you have dodged at least more than once, then they will pressure you. They will know that you will not last long.
Mm.
But let us fight again.
All right.
Good luck. Very good thinking. You saw that after that leap, I was vulnerable. And that's why I decided to dodge more than once, because I had no other choice. Nicely done. Sometimes you can use the knowledge of some of your weaknesses against your opponent. You know that your opponent will try to punish you for it, and you can bait them. Exactly, like that. Good fight.
Yikes. Thanks. Me too.
It was nicely done again. But you need to be a bit more faster on your feet. You are just walking around like you're on a casual stroll. You seem to forget that there is an opponent next to you who's trying his best to finish you off.
I was trying to figure out the sidestep thing and it didn't go quite as I was hoping.
Regardless of the way, you can, as long as you run, as long as you sprint around, you will be very difficult to hit.
Okay.
Let's try again.
Okay.
Nice lunge. Good fight.
I spent the entire fight out of breath. I
Exactly.
think I was too much.
You may have noticed that I have been fighting different styles during our 3 duels. The third one was a full-on pressure, where I was trying to make sure that you're going to be out of breath. And when I noticed that you are out of breath, that is when I started connecting my combinations, staggering you.
Yep, nope.
and
Notice
keeping
that.
very close proximity. That is the main benefit of this weapon, the one-handed sword. It allows you to be extremely flexible. You can fight a style that solely relies on studying your opponent, reacting to what they're doing, and counterattacking. Or you can simply take all the initiative and keep the pressure on for as long as you can until you defeat your opponent. It is also a very powerful weapon, so even in simple trading, it will always do well. But this weapon will always benefit from a precise and very well thought out attack. It is not a weapon that relies on brute strength. It is a weapon that benefits a style that is accurate and smart. So, if you manage to read your opponent, and if you manage to improvise, and of course, react to what your opponent is doing, you will figure out the weaknesses and you will be able to exploit them. But for that, you need to learn the fundamentals, the basics. For example, you have 2 lunges, and to connect them is one of the hardest things to learn about how to use this weapon properly. Because those lunges, although powerful, they also leave you quite open for retaliation against any weapon. During those moments, when I'm just standing there for like 1 or 2 seconds, anyone can simply attack me from the side. And if I don't connect them, I just simply move myself closer to you, and you can simply swat me like a fly with a light attack. Try it.
I would have helped if I had a weapon out.
There we go. And not just once, try it twice. There we go. Although I would prefer if you did this like this. A single attack twice in rapid succession. Like this, instead of combining them. Like this. It's a bit slower.
Okay. Oh, dang it.
Don't worry. It's quite difficult to learn, but once you manage that particular skill, it will be very handy. There we go. That's it.
I just didn't wait long enough.
Nicely done. You see. Yes, even 3 times. I wasn't sprinting. I was just walking backwards. And you punished me for it. As you should.
Well, I feel like if it was a real fight, you would have been running. So.
Well, I was surprised. And that is also one of the benefits of this weapon. It allows you to surprise your opponent with all sorts of different styles. And if you adjust them, if you change them throughout the fight, then you are very difficult to read. Once you know how to defeat your opponent, once you figure out their patterns, then the battle could might as well be over. That is why you need to learn different styles and constantly switch them, even in the middle of the fight. If you see that what you're doing isn't working, then you need to adjust. Nicely done. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's try something different. I will try to trade against you. That means that I will simply walk next to you and I will try to hit you with everything I have. And I will try to rely on the fact that I might hit a bit stronger. What would you do in that case? Would you simply trade against me, or would your nature dictate something different?
I don't think trading blows is a very smart idea. Because
Oh.
even if I deal enough damage, I'm just taking just the same, if not more.
Why don't we try it?
Does it seem? Try trading?
Trade back. As you can see, it is a risky proposition at best, and it damages both opponents.
We are both fucked, yes.
Against some opponents, and in certain scenarios, it might be a viable strategy to simply bite down and grind yourself the hard way towards victory. If you know that you can hit harder, and if you know that your opponent might be struggling in the health department, it might be a viable strategy but I would advise against it.
So how would you get out if you were stuck trading blows?
Simple. I would switch the
Sidestep
dynamic
or-
of the duel. Try to trade against me.
Oh, did not mean to do that.
I am basically waiting for you to attack. I am letting you to think that you are close enough to attack me, but
walking
those hits will
back
not
with the sword.
connect, and I will counter attack you. After you finish your swings, that is when you're the most vulnerable. Just like with Elle when she was using her hammer. It is a powerful weapon, but there are moments when you can attack, and she won't be able to retaliate, if you're fast enough, and if you're careful.
And I take it that when a hammer is spinning, there's no way to attack. You just want to not be hit at that
Exactly.
point.
You just need to run around and wait for her to finish. If you have a bow, or if you have any throwing weapons, then you can interrupt it, but I wouldn't recommend just simply going next to her and try to outtrade it. That would be very unwise.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But what I was doing, what I did against against Elle when she was using her hammer was that I simply waited for her to finish that combination and then I attacked.
Nice.
I can't
Sorry.
breathe. It's only one letter. It's fine. All right.
All right. I will now try to trade against you. You try to counterattack. You try to figure out when I'm vulnerable and see if you can defeat me.
Oh, this will be good.
When you're this close to your opponent, I would advise to use the triple slash combinations instead of the lunge. The leap. There. Heal up. You are still simply trading. Sometimes you need to remove yourself from the situation when you know that your opponent is hitting harder. Just take a step back, study them, see how they're moving, see what their reactions are, and see if you can figure out a way how to attack them without being hit back. For example, what I like to do is to poke like this. A simple lunge, just once, and then dodge backwards or forwards.
So that you get them started doing stuff.
Exactly. I will provoke them and I will figure out the distance. And also I will figure out if the damage I'm doing is considerable enough so that I can get a bit closer, or if I need to rely on precision and never get hit back in return. Try it. Try a single lunge. Yes, just like that. But try to dodge immediately after, either forward or backwards.
I forgot that I was supposed to dodge.
There we go. It is one of my favorite things to do with this particular weapon. It allows you to be mobile. That is one of the main benefits. You're fast on your feet, hard to predict.
Okay, I need to work on my movement. I need to practice that.
Indeed,
Thankfully, I think these gloves will be helpful at least.
they
Although-
definitely will.
I need to not rely on them. Oh.
Remember, those light attacks, only do them once, and in rapid succession. Once you get yourself stuck in combinations, it will not be exactly beneficial for you. There we go, like that. Nicely done. You remember the lesson. Whenever I do the lunge next to you, and whenever I don't connect it, I am a sitting duck, and you can simply swat me off like a fly. Exactly. Yes. Very well done. Nice. That is good. Now you try. Do the lunge instead of the defending.
Oh,
Or
that was
that.
not a lunge.
No, it was a good good attack. Did a
Oh,
lot of
I
damage.
forgot I was running. Disregard that.
Nicely done. It's always going to be the more difficult when your opponent is moving. Sometimes you need to predict where they will end up, so that you can connect the lunge in there, before they even get there. Like that. Nicely done. Good choice. Nice. You correctly identified that if you remained there, if you finished the lunge, I would have come there, and I would hit you with the sword. But since you dodged away, I never had a chance to do so. Of course, the investment of stamina is a bit annoying, but it is worth it, because you will not be hit back, and you can simply stand back and get some more stamina back in. Nicely done.
Well, I think it's easier when the pressure's not on.
Very
as
well.
much.
I will increase the pressure.
Oh, no. That's not what I meant. Me and my fucking mouth.
Remember, those are just tools in your repertoire. In the end, the more tools you have at your disposal, the more versatile of an opponent you will be. Right now we're just practicing them, we're drilling them, so that you can rely on them in an actual battle. But the basic principles still apply. Right now, I did a light attack and dodged afterwards. The principle was the same. I attacked and I didn't want to be hit back in return. Notice that I channeled a combination where I knocked you on the ground with my 4th heavy attack, and immediately after I did a triple slash combo, because I knew it would take you a while to stand up. You wouldn't be able to dodge away. That is my favorite usage of the triple slash combination. Or immediately after my opponent dodges. Good fight.
My, oh my.
You're doing well. You're learning very quickly. You're already precise and powerful. It will only be a matter of time and practice before you kick my butt. Not only in sparring, but in an actual fight.
We'll see about that.
Now, we'll try something different. Sometimes you will encounter opponents that do crazy things, things that are a bit unorthodox, and they might be a bit confusing. You will not be able to defeat them, maybe on the first time, but after you adjust, after you learn, you will realize that every style has a weakness, and you just need to figure it out. So go ahead, attack me. Good fight.
Well, I didn't hit you a single time, so we'll say that.
Exactly. Why do you think I won? And why do you think you lost?
Because you made me mad.
Exactly. Half of the battle occurs in your head. If your opponent figures out how to bring out the worst of you, and they will be able to use it against you, then there is not much you can do. The most important thing that you need to realize as a warrior is that you need to regain your composure. And you can't fight while you're overcome with your emotions. No matter if they're good or bad. Yes, whenever you're excited, whenever you feel powerful and confident, you might think that you will be a bit more dangerous as an adversary. But I would still prefer to empty your mind and focus everything you have on your opponent, how to read them and how to figure out their weaknesses. What I chose right now was a passive style. I only counterattacked whenever I knew you wouldn't be able to retaliate. During those moments, I was able to attack you, and you weren't able to retaliate. And, of course, since I was just running around, always too far for you to hit me, but not far enough for you to try, I knew that would make you extremely mad. And the more I would run, the more you would try to catch up with me. But because my movement is better, I knew that you wouldn't be able to do so. It is a style that I rarely ever use, because it frustrates my opponents. I only use it for educational purposes, so that I can prepare them how to fight against opponents like that. Most often, you will face opponents with daggers who rely on this style. It is a very annoying style to face, but there are ways how to defeat it, because as I said, every style has a weakness. And this one that I just did requires a lot of stamina. I was running around quite a lot. In certain moments, I was actually out of breath completely. But I was always far enough. And before you got to me, I was able to get my breath back. It also requires a lot of precision, so I can only afford to do this style while the weather is very good. If it was windy, perhaps I would be a bit more out of balance. I wouldn't be able to connect those attacks. And you would be able to make lucky shots, lucky hits, that would, yet again, disrupt my balance and my dynamic. But the most simple advice I can give you, whenever you're fighting someone like this, is to stop chasing them. Do what they're doing, which is to not engage. Don't play their game. In a game of a mouse and cat, the mouse always loses, and the cat always wins. So don't be the mouse, be the cat. When two cats fight, there's a lot of meowing involved, but in the end, you will at the very least be able to bite and get some fur off that stupid cat. Knowing what you do now, see if there is something different you can try against this particular style. You see me running around you, waiting for you to attack me. What will you do? I want you to attack me, because that opens up an opportunity for me to score. So, simply don't attack me, and I will be rendered obsolete.
Just make you angry instead.
Exactly. It works both ways, as all traps do. Remember, you have the same weapons in your arsenal. You have the same sword. You might even hit a bit harder. And you have your triple slash combinations. And those can catch any opponent off guard. That's why I do them so often. Because it's so hard to get away from them. And no one, not even me, has unlimited patience. I will eventually switch my style and attack you, because I will get bored. God damn it. But for now, I must apologize. I need to conduct a short meditation.
Thank you very much. Oh, in the corner? Excellent. Perfect. Did he have to work? That was amazing. He just turned around
He
and
must have
faced
got
the
a phone
corner.
call.
Oh, I was. That was amazing. I had to take a short meditation. Nose in corner.
Nose in corner. Mhm.
100%.
You wanna practice on me? I can help you practice if you want. I can't hit very hard, but
Well, didn't you beat me when we were fighting with claws? I don't know. Come play. Fine.
I have a sword. I took Sobo's sword, so
Do you have any ramen? I have 22 aloe potions, but I have no food.
I've only got 28, but here, I'll give you 20. I don't need it.
Oh, wow. You pity me. Okay. Yeah,
It's
I'm almost out of
fine.
aloe potions, so I'm like, fuck.
You need it more than me.
Thanks for the vodka. I'm just kidding. I know I suck.
All right, remember that I am not proficient with a sword.
Yes.
I'm much better with a fireball. In your face.
Will you be using one?
No, I'm not using magic in here. I would rather keep the dojo as it is. Nice and clean. Wow, it's gonna take me a really long time to hurry.
No, this is great practice. I like this. Keep coming. It's fine.
Well, you can practice hitting a moving target. I feel like that's good practice for you, right? I can be quick on my
Yeah.
feet and annoying. Nice. That was a good time.
What are we doing?
Dancing. We're dancing. No, damn it. You
That
ran out
was
of
your
breath.
bad.
Nice hit. Did a good job there.
Well, you're a mage, not a warrior, but I will take it. Thank you.
Yes, but it's still good though. It's good practice, right?
Yes, I like to think that if Master Satoshi wasn't facing a corner, he'd be proud.
I'm proud.
Oh, yay, you came back. I feel validated.
Would you like to have a go?
Witness me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, found. Oh God, what are these?
I don't know, they're yours. Oh my.
All right, well, this is gonna be fun. I've never used these before.
You know, just chilling on your back, but you don't know what they are. It works out.
Mm.
It happens sometimes.
Pull them out of a
honestly.
box. I don't know. Ready?
Good luck. She's in God mode. That's fucked.
Wait, is she? Oh, she probably doesn't
Yeah.
know. She'll realize when you hit her, and
Oh,
she doesn't.
I think she fixed it. She must have done it.
There you go.
Sharp.
These are kind of spicy.
They are spicy.
My apologies. I've returned from my meditation.
She found spicy axes, and I'm in danger.
Oh.
They're so spicy.
May I join you, Miss Hikari?
You missed my amazing sword skills.
Oh, I am
Dang. Oh, I'm not.
sad to hear that.
actually-
I am kidding.
She did amazing for someone that doesn't have any training in strength. Actually, her skills top
You should
notch.
come play with these. They're
Power.
kind of fun.
They're so spicy.
Oh,
Spicy eggs.
Spicy axes? What are those?
Rosian told me that
Oh.
you relate all of your weapons to food, and those are the spicy axes. 100%.
Alright, show me.
No, I meant you use them.
I was
I see.
unprepared for that. Oh, no, wait. Nope, this isn't right.
you're
Don't
not supposed to
die.
fall back in. Mhm.
No,
You gonna pick
I was
them
just
up or
so
not?
I was so eager.
I was trying to study them first. So what do these do?
We'll go with a poke potato.
Very well. Good luck.
Oh, fresh meat.
No.
Move railing's a bad call, Hikari. We shouldn't do that.
I feel like we're way too clumsy for this.
But Elle was sitting on the railing and looking so cool. I wanted to look cool too.
I don't think we're as cool as her.
No, we keep falling.
We can try, but I don't think.
Get her.
Spicy.
I feel the spice, Elle.
Good fight. Very close.
She felt the spice. Oh, and she came up swinging.
Interesting weapon indeed.
That's what I thought. Any of you want to try these?
I really like your
I
spear. It
enjoyed
seems like
watching.
it
I
pierces
certainly
through my
had
armor. Like it's not even there at
Hold it.
times.
Well,
Oh.
it's pokey.
Me? Come on, one of the best things about being a melee fighter is trying everything.
Indeed.
Off you go, Jade.
In the end,
Have fun.
if you wish to learn how to use the sword properly, you will have to study other weapons so that you can figure out the best moments when to attack and their
Here,
strengths and
spicy.
weaknesses.
I'm going to look like a fool.
You need some spice. You've got this.
Do not worry,
No worse than
I like to pick up spice.
I have a perfect
right.
weapon to counter the spicy axis.
Okay, hang on, let me
Oh.
just. Okay. I needed a quick idea.
Good luck.
I'll need it. Good luck.
Are you seriously using a sickle?
I was
Yes.
about to say, is that a sickle?
I feel
can't quite see
insulted
from
as
here.
a fighter.
As you should.
I would feel very insulted.
Yeah, it's barely hurting.
Give it some
You're gonna
time.
feel the spice if it's the last thing I freaking do.
Get him.
On it. As long as he keeps the sickle and not a sword. I can get him.
Looks like you're relying a lot on light attacks. Make sure that you're using both equally, so they'll never know which one that you're actually going to use.
I'm gonna be killed by a sickle, guys. It's upsetting.
Welcome to the club.
Good fight. Nicely done.
If that had been a sword, I would have been gone so long ago. But they are so spicy. Here, spicy. Someone take the spicy, please. We're backing away slowly.
Just pick them up. It's fine.
No.
We are not worthy of the spice.
We're not worthy of the spice.
Wow.
We
But-
gotta sigh.
Miss Jade, the main thing when fighting against the sickle is to, of course, regain your composure. The main purpose of the weapon is to insult your opponent. First,
Felt
they
it.
feel confidence. They're like, oh, it's just a sickle. I can simply defeat it. But then they will realize that there is much more to it. But you adjust it. You figured out that all you really need to do is to just head on, trade against the sickle, because I will never win. And you also need to become unpredictable, because I can pick you apart slowly but surely. But if you switch things around, then it will be extremely hard for me. You have done well.
Thank you. I'm sure. Nope, not gonna be mean to myself. Thank you.
Trust me,
I have
I have
decided
defeated
against it.
many strong opponents with this sickle, with various weapons. It is an important lesson to learn that regardless of a
Thank
weapon,
you.
regardless of gear, you can always defeat your opponent if you try hard enough. That is
Fair
why
enough.
I always try to teach my students the importance of precision, because you can defeat much stronger opponent with much better gear if you rely on your understanding, on your fundamentals, and on the basics of fighting, movement, distance management, and of course, precision.
Well, thank you very much.
I thank you for paying attention, and please, if there is one last thing I can offer you as a teacher to a student, whenever you see a nicely positioned tree or a practice dummy, don't hesitate to just whack it with your lunge. Figure out how far you need to stand so that you can connect. Once you hear the bonk, then you will know that you connected. That is how you
Find
can
a tree,
practice.
listen for the bonk.
Indeed.
Got it.
That is how you can practice in your own spare time, whenever you're bored. Just even against the creatures, random skeletons, random tribe of warriors. You can practice against them too. It is still a valid approach on how to slowly get better.
Uncooperative citizens.
Indeed, that is how you develop good habits. That is how you learn the precision. And you can apply those skills against actual opponents like me.
Well, thank you very much. I will be practicing quite a bit.
And also, I believe that Hikari is a powerful mage, the one that commands fire.
Yep, I have taken that Fire Lord
What?
ball to the
Not on
face
purpose.
times.
Not on purpose. Mhm.
As a melee warrior, you will always be in a disadvantage against such spells. But there are ways how to overcome that disadvantage. Show me
I
a
would
duel
really like
between
to
you
figure
two.
out how to fight against Mizu's ice. The ice storm from above
The blizzard,
messes up my entire world every time. I
indeed.
get put in the dirt so quick
Well,
because ice slows me down, and I need to figure that out.
you need to bring her over and you need to show me. I would like to see how you two fare against each other.
I don't how your dojo would fare.
It
She's
would,
very
the
liberal
dojo
with
can
the
be
magics.
rebuilt. Do not worry. That is
Okay.
why it's here for. Please, Hikari, come join us and show me. Fight
Oh.
against Jade.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Use your
Hit me in
best
the face
spells.
with a fire. It wouldn't be the first time.
Remember, if she misses, you can retaliate. And if you're close, then she won't be able to run away.
Give her-
She has a lot
her
of
hints
power in
like
those
that.
spells, but she won't be able to.
Hikari.
She won't be able to stand long when you're hitting her in the face with a sword.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
I don't. Oh boy.
And do not worry about the
I'd rather hit
dojo.
her with
Why
my
are you
sword.
feeling upset now? It's not like you haven't done this before.
No, I'm just worried about the surroundings.
Do not
Oh,
be.
you're not worried about me. Well, never mind. Fuck you. All right. Good luck.
No, I'm happy to hit you in the face with a fire. Ow.
Keep the pressure on, Jade. Do not back down. Careful about these. They are very hard to connect. Try triple slash combinations
Mhm.
instead.
Oh, it helps if I don't miss.
It certainly does.
Oh, it's
Only use
spicier than
them.
the axes.
When you have a clear shot, when you know they will connect. Yeah, just like that.
Yes, but I did take a fireball to the face in exchange.
Remember, she needs to face you to channel those spells. Some mages are able to do so from without even looking at you, but she has that one short moment when she needs to face you, and you can exploit that.
I wish I could tell which one was the fireball and which one was the fire stream.
Imagine she's not using any magic at all. Imagine that she's just waving. Try to power through the pain. And simply attack her with everything you have.
Oh,
Wasn't that?
It was very well done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, watch how I would deal with a similar opponent.
yes, I need this in
Oh,
my
no.
life. I really
no.
need to see this.
Do not worry,
100% will make me feel better. I mean, teach me great things.
your spells are powerful. it will be very hard for me to stand any chance of winning. So don't hold back.
Yes. Ugh, okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Get wrecked.
Good fight.
Yep.
Good fight.
I think I realized what I needed to do when the fight first started, because I figured if I closed the distance fast enough and just hit her, it would work.
Exactly.
And then she started
Just
hitting
remember
me,
that-
and I got scared and started running. And I don't think running from a mage is the best option.
Exactly. Jade,
They have
remember
fireballs.
when I was passive, when I was running around you? That is basically what she does. She's trying not to be hit. She's trying to get enough distance so that she can channel her spells without you being close to her, so that you can retaliate and pressure her. You always need to keep close company, close proximity to her. And sometimes it is best to just simply whack her with light attacks.
Swat her like a fly. So I assume you have your magic nearly fully trained, if not fully.
Yes.
Do you know about how many spells you can usually get off before it's too late?
It depends. Most of the time, I can just keep going.
I see. Good
Indeed.
to know. Never mind. I was hoping
Because
that there was an
if you
end.
come at me with your sword, no, if you come out with my sword, it gives me a chance to run around and help regain my strength.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and try.
If you hit me, I'm powerless if you hit me, basically.
Try again.
So
Oh boy. So.
I'm only intimidating right in front of your face, I promise.
Uh-huh.
It's fine.
Good luck.
Oh, good luck. Oh, that didn't work out.
Good try, though. Almost got me.
That was perfect, Jade.
Yep, it. Got me.
Remember, singular attacks in rapid succession.
I get a little excited
I know.
and I swing too fast.
It is very stressful. Fighting when you're on fire, when you can't really see much, because your retinas are burned by those
no.
flames.
The fireballs aren't that bad. It's the spouting flame I dislike.
It's my burning hand.
Elle, would you like to go against her magic with your hammer? I would like to see the dynamic.
Spicy
Oh.
versus spicy?
Sure.
Thank you.
Nice
That is
knowing
going
you,
to be an
Hikari.
interesting duel.
Oh boy.
Let's see if she can close the distance and mash her like a potato
Yes.
before.
It got Jasmine's face very well. I'd like to see how it works on her.
I am potato.
And yes, in her hammer the other night, what did Rosen say? Her
Ready?
potato masher.
All right, good luck.
I love it.
Elle is very sturdy, so she will be able to withstand the fire for a bit
Oh,
longer
I'm
than
on fire.
us.
She's very sturdy.
And her sprinting attacks can be surprisingly fast. If Hikari isn't careful.
I guess the hammer gives. Oh, wow.
Indeed. Elle
Yep.
is also surprisingly fast.
Yeah. Maybe the hammer gives the momentum? Is that a thing of the hammer? Or is that
Indeed.
just the skills of the fighter?
What?
I was
What was the
wondering
question?
if the sprinting attacks, is it faster because of the hammer or because of your skills? Do hammers have a momentum kind of thing is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes, but it's based around how many times I've hit you.
Oh, I see.
If we had something that was very thick, I could show you, but
Mhm.
I have a
no.
feeling that I would just kind of knock all of you over if I tried to
It-
show you.
It is one of the reasons why I
I've
don't
been
really
last
trade
the entire time.
against Elle,
Actually,
because I know that the
no,
more
she-
I fight against her, the more times she hits me in rapid succession, the harder for me it will be to evade or trade. Go ahead.
So if you want, so that's how fast I normally swing.
Oh. Oh my.
Oh yeah, much faster.
Holy guacamole.
Ow.
It's like 30 or 40% faster, isn't it?
It's 50.
Oh,
Holy crap.
that's impressive.
It's 50. Yeah.
Yes, that is why you cannot trade against some opponents. That was one of my lessons
e-
earlier.
So like when I start really big thick things, I just stand there and I do the whole
Pick a leg and go ham. Oh, yeah.
and I spin really, really, really fast.
Like a whirlwind.
Oh, I can imagine.
Actually, hold, I wonder if I could get it to.
Oh my goodness.
Ow. Yeah, that'll do it.
And it lasts like
That
8
is
seconds,
upsetting.
doesn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Impressive feat of strength and endurance.
Holy fuck.
Mhm.
Very impressive. Mhm.
Very, very impressive.
But it's really hard against people to get it to hit that many times in that short amount of period.
yeah,
get
it
to
seems
go.
better suited for something big.
Yes, it's very good for big things.
Well,
I'm kind.
it does make the biggest.
Did she say I'm cunt?
She said I'm kind of thick.
Kind of thick.
Sorry.
I can't speak.
Wow.
I don't remember what I was saying. Very
Hikari,
nice.
could I go next?
Yeah,
Against me.
Hikari.
Indeed.
Oh.
I would like to see if there is perhaps a more
Oh.
optimal way how to defeat a mage.
He wasn't asking you permission to fight me, that's
Hold
for
on.
sure.
Jade, come here.
Uh-huh.
Take those for me, please.
Were you a bit heavy?
Uh-huh. Way too heavy.
My main
You've
issue,
been fighting this whole time heavy? Okay.
my main issue
Uh-huh.
whenever I'm fighting a mage is that I get distracted by all the flames and I cannot really see much, so I'm unable to be as precise as I would like to be.
Mhm.
So I need to rely on my other senses.
Yeah. The fire kind of gives me tunnel vision and it gets hard to see the edges of my field of
Exactly.
vision.
And you're trying to
Oh, shame.
reflexively just chase it away.
Such a shame.
All
I quite
right.
enjoy the fire.
Good luck.
Okay.
I can
Good luck.
tell. Roast his ass. Ow.
Well,
No, no, keep.
Oh, nice shot.
Ow! No, no.
Good
Damn
fight.
it.
I'm
Good
curious,
fight.
the fireballs that explode right beside you, do those hurt you as well, or just him? Because I know a lot of them blew up right in both of our faces when I fought you. Does that hurt you?
What?
Does that
No.
hurt you? Oh,
Mm-mm.
well, good to know.
That's very convenient.
It really
It is.
I was hoping it
I
didn't
am
hurt you.
quite fireproof, yeah.
Damn
Makes sense.
firelords.
She commands the elements. Might as well be immune to
Yeah.
them. But what I was trying to test right now was if it's viable to practice a bit more passive approach against the spell user. And it indeed is, and might even be better. I was waiting for her to attack
I think
me.
it is because... Yes, it is very hard to aim and hit you. You can usually dodge it. It's there. Mhm.
Indeed, I kept my distance and tried to dodge. Though fireballs, they have a very large and wide impact area whenever she flings them at an opponent, so those are hard to avoid. But if they only brush you, they don't actually do a lot of damage, they just set you on fire.
Yeah, I noticed it's easier to dodge them at a medium distance. If you're too close, it blows up in your face. If you're too far, you're where it's going to land.
Indeed. Jade, come on down and try a more passive approach. Try to run around and only try to chase her and attack her once she uses at least one spell against you.
Good luck.
Okay. Good luck.
Don't get provoked into a direct confrontation where you're just chasing her and standing next to her. Only do that when it's smart. Let her attack you first. Keep your distance.
Oh, those are so rapid. I was not ready.
Only hurts me when I'm more rapid, though. It's not the best thing to do.
I believe
to be more
Hikari
careful with-
adjusted, and she
I'm
learned.
trying to be more aggressive.
Indeed. That plays in your favor, Jade. Now you can apply the strategy from the previous attempt. Her spells hurt, but yes, you can still deter her
Ow.
with your light attacks.
I cannot triple slash for some reason in this.
That particular combination can be blocked if she attacks first.
Oh,
Nice. You can also block her
ow.
channeling attempts. If you time it right. Nice!
Nice, nice.
Yikes!
Very nice work.
I'll take it. I'll take a tie.
That was very nice from both of you.
That was good.
You both adjusted. And you both won.
Or we both. Well, no, yeah, we both won. I'll take it.
You both learned. And you both won.
Here, have your food back, Hikari. I just realized you have no
Oh,
food.
fine.
And
Because
now,
I took the last 20 of your food.
of course, the most important lesson of all. Whenever it's a 2v2, everything goes out of the window. Everything you just learned will
Okay.
need to be relearned and applied in a much different way when you have a friend by your side and when you're facing two opponents. Hell,
Well, I feel
would you
like
be
it's
so
easier with
kind
the mage,
and
because
join
the
me
mage
Oh,
can
no.
usually
against
stay
the two of
back.
them?
Oh, this is gonna. I can't.
Uh,
I'm
one
no.
second.
Take your
No,
time.
no, take all the time you need. Don't even worry about it. I'm not.
I struggle
thrilled with
with
it.
this because I cannot use.
I spend more time catching her fireballs when we fight together than giving damage.
I cannot use that
because I step in front.
that one spell. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, no,
Otherwise,
feel
I will
free.
light her on fire.
Yeah, that's an issue, but the lighting on fire tickles more than it actually hurts.
While
per
we're
se.
waiting, can I test something quick? Can you guys stand one each side of me, or one in front and one behind?
How close?
I'll test that. That should be.
I wasn't hit.
So it doesn't spray behind you as well. Is that what you were testing?
Yes, usually it does. I distinctly
Next
remember
time,
setting
I want to
Sobo on
stand
fire.
behind you.
Try
I
again.
should have asked what it was for. Okay, no, that's fine.
Interesting.
Try again.
Was she
Oh.
wasn't on your back or anything, right?
No, she was on her horse quite
She
far
was
away from me.
short. Oh,
Sometimes when the wind
how close was
blows,
the opponent?
Right in front of me, like you.
Okay,
About where
here,
it
try it
was
right
a-
here. See if I'm right up against you, if that makes any difference. No, still nothing back.
sometimes when the wind
Strange.
blows, things can have unforeseen consequences.
That is true, yeah.
That
You hit
tracks.
someone
That
that
was-
wasn't even standing in front of you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh dear, okay.
I'm not excited.
I apologize in advance for any fire that comes your way.
I feel like we should try it.
We'll be fine. I will use my sickle and you use your hammer.
What?
Oh no.
You know what? I'll use my pokey
He's
stick.
gonna disrespect
works.
us and she's gonna skewer us. Got it.
Oh.
Okay.
I will do the peeling. She will do the skewering. Good luck.
No, I don't know what kind of
We're
potatoes
We're
I
making
got here.
kebab.
We're not
We're making kebab.
Sun faction kebabs are not my style.
No. Oh my god.
Stay away
My
from
two
my mage.
hated things, sickles and pokey sticks. I feel like this is hell.
Remember, Jade, always focus the mage first, or the archer.
You don't have a mage or an archer.
Jade is yes. Jade is on my team.
Yeah, I'm not going after her.
I mean, I guess you can, but
I just stood in front of you for a nice chat. That wasn't smart. Oh, Pokey.
See, right now you should be going and trying to save your mage.
Oh,
From the mighty sickle.
I don't think I got that right. Well, I figured the weaker weapon was on her at the moment.
How dare you, calling my sickle weaker?
Weaker than the pokey
I'll teach you a
stick?
lesson.
Yeah. I see that. Ow.
Slowly but surely.
Go, Jade. You've got.
Oh yeah, no, cheer me on. That helps. Oh,
Nicely done.
I hope you enjoy your skewers. I am part deer, so I'm sure it'll be venison.
Wow.
I don't know.
Good fight.
I actually don't like venison, so.
I don't eat meat in general, so it was a dumb joke all around.
Very well, let us change the team a bit. Me and Hikari against you two.
Well,
Oh boy. Okie doke.
I'm still gonna. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Apologies. Oh, good night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good fight.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
impossible to run away
Okay.
from the mage like that. You have done well, hell.
Good fight.
And
I
realized
thought
the
you were still
pain-
using your fucking sickle.
Do you want me to?
Oh,
You should have said so.
Were you not? I thought he was.
Very well. Me and Jade against you two now.
Alright.
I'm not going to use a sickle against that hammer.
I don't trust you to
I'm
not
just
use
gonna stay way away from the hammer. That's fine.
Good luck. Remember,
I'm
we-
pretty darn good at not hitting.
stay away from the hammer and get the mage first.
Oh god.
Ah, you're so close. Oh,
Ouch. Nice.
Remember, stay alive if you're hurt. We need both of us to defeat her. Nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell. I don't.
playtime turn. Sorry, Hikari. Hang on.
Good fight.
It's fine.
Remember, the dynamic in 2v2 is very different, and if we were both hurt, and if you were facing someone as strong as L, we would need the power of both of us. We would need to switch between those attacks, we would need to stagger her, and basically make her life a living hell, which is of course one of the reasons why she gave up, because she knew that it would be not exactly an enjoyable experience. And I
It
do
would
not blame her.
literally just be me running around trying to hit you with someone poking me in the back of the head.
Exactly.
Oh,
And that is
Mhm.
why teamwork is so crucial in 2v2 or 3v3 or any kind of team fight. Because you have that at your disposal and you need to learn how to properly use it. It could also work against you if, for example, you had too many opponents who tried to rush into the battle with weapons that did too much aerial damage.
oh, I see.
That is why sometimes it is important to pick weapons that may not even be your primary choice, but those that complement your opponent's style.
Well, I do carry different kinds of weapons because of the. I don't carry a bow because I'm trying to get away from that. But I have a pair of daggers and claws because I've also used them just in case I need to.
Well, as long as you have an understanding with your friend and you're both on the same page and you don't attack each other and you don't step in each other's attacks, then you should be fine.
Practice
Sometimes
makes perfect.
The best thing you can do in 2v2 is to just simply let your friend to deal with your opponent and just stand back and provide support. The best you can, just threaten attacks. Sometimes threat is often more dangerous than the execution. If you just stand there and threat to attack, then you make your opponent guess about the potential attack, and that's sometimes enough.
Mm. Stand there and look scary.
Indeed. Let us try 2v1 now.
Hikari, give me something to heal myself. Give it to me. Give me that good, please.
Give it back to me.
Here,
Oh, so we can accept things from you, but you won't take our tea.
you're in my
Okay.
dojo. You're obliged to accept
Thank
my
you.
gifts.
Oh, so you hear that? Next time he comes to the tea shop, he's getting water.
Mm-hmm.
Obliged to take her.
We'll
Kiss
see about
my
that.
ass.
But let us try a 2v1. Me and Hikari against you. I will be using my sickle. You see,
I will be praying.
when you're in such a disadvantage, you can still use your opponents to basically fight against each other by hitting each other. I will be stepping into her magic. She will be stepping into my swings. So if you position us
I will
correctly,
be praying.
you might win.
All right. Might. Okay.
Let us try.
No, I'm.
You never know.
Let's see.
Good luck.
Mhm.
Not overconfident.
Good luck.
I know the chance is more than 0. Good luck.
Sorry.
That was good because she hit
Good.
me.
No, keep doing that. Yes, that is how our fights usually go. when
That is
we're
what you
on
need
the
to
same
do.
team.
You need to position us in the straight line so that Hikari will be basically aiming at me while trying to get you. And remember, you always need to have both your opponents in your line of sight so that you know where they are constantly, so that you don't get the surprise attack. Nice.
Damn it.
You used me as a
That
shield.
was good. Yep, she went straight behind.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I heard
was
the
very
noise and I ducked.
Yeah.
Nice. Those triple slash combos. You can sometimes hit both your opponents at once if you line them up correctly.
Split the middle. I'm just having a hard time with. No, don't say my weaknesses in a fight. Lesson 1.
Oh, I mean, if you'd like to
Exactly.
let us know, that would be really helpful.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Damn it.
Nicely done. You got the mage. You don't have to fight. Like, if she's about to shoot you, she's already down. Now you're just facing a sickle.
Nope, that's not why I'm running.
Remember, sometimes all you need to do is to simply trade. Especially if you have a stronger weapon.
Well, I'm very conscious about my own health, and yeah, my weakness was I was constantly out of breath the
Some-
entire time. I made poor choices. That's why I was running from the sickle. Because I had no stamina.
Elle, could I
Oops.
ask you for your assistance? Could you use your hammer and fight against them 2v1? I feel like that would be the best showcase of teamwork, where they could practice it. I know that it will be
She's not here for that.
a bit annoying, but if you want, I can assist you with my sickle.
Seems like she's having a bit of a think.
Very well.
What? 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 Oh,
Welcome.
Let's try
Welcome.
against me with the sword first. 2v1.
okay. What?
I was trying to teach them how to pick an opponent apart in a 2v1 situation.
You want to know the best way to win a 1v1? Honestly,
Mhm.
Let's
Tell us.
bring a friend.
Indeed.
That's
Indeed.
Not even gonna lie, which is why I don't like doing 2v1s. Like, if 2 people were coming at me in a non-sparring situation, I wouldn't even bother, no matter how
I would run.
And-
no matter how much I thought that I could take both of them, I wouldn't.
That's because you understand the value of life and you are a smart and wise person. And I wish more people were like you, including my own self. She is absolutely correct. 99% of the time, you will not be able to win, especially against opponents who know what they're doing. But we're here in a sparring exercise, and I believe it is still an interesting way of practicing and training. So let us see how you will fare against me. Focus on your strategy. Formulate a plan and try to execute it. You can discuss a strategy between you yourself right now. Assign roles if you feel like it.
Hit the man.
Well,
That would be
I
good.
feel like saying it out loud would give a bit too much away, but I will just react based on you because, yes.
Well,
So one will do the
Yes.
shooty, and the other one will do the supporty.
Slicey.
Very well. Good luck.
he's picking on it.
Yeah, it sounds like children's planning at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did not mean to do that. Hikari, dig it.
What? What did I do?
Oh.
He's very sneaky, okay. Damn it.
Nice. Nicely done. Your leaps are getting infamous.
I'd had a plan, and the plan worked a few times, and that's it.
That
I
was
purposely
impressive.
missed my triple slash near you so that you'd go for me and she could hit you with a fireball, and it only worked 3 times.
It wasn't bad though. I could see what you were trying to do. As soon as he
Indeed.
did that, I tried to get him.
I want to do a one-on-one with someone.
But of
She's
course,
craving
pick your
violence.
opponent.
Mm. Want to
Ghost
go
edition.
against something that's not the hammer?
Go ahead, Jade.
Oh, what else do you have?
This axe?
Many consider a one-handed
Sec-
axe a direct
and
counter
it-
against a sword.
I'm actively bleeding. Hang on. Actively losing body fluids, and we're fine.
Good luck.
Actively, yes. Oh, you don't say. Oh, I
Ready?
thought you started a fight. Yes. Good luck.
She's very good with those leaps. Remember, Jade, against one-handed axe, the duel will be messy. you will always be suffering a lot of losses. So even if the duel is messy, you will be able to outtrade your opponent if you're careful. Rely on those triple slash combos. That's your best bet. The axe, in a way, is very immobile. It's mostly a stationary weapon.
Yeah, I
Unless,
notice I can usually just walk past as soon as she swings.
indeed,
If I time it.
exactly. But if you stand in the pocket for too long, you will get hit for your trouble, and it is not worth it. The axe hits hard.
You could have, if you see when you stagger me, capitalize on that. Always.
Precisely. Even if you are very short on breath. Remember, Jade, if there is one weapon that can exploit some of your weak spots with the sword, whenever you finish your lunge, or whenever you do that leap attack, and you have that 1 or 2 seconds to rise back up, it's definitely the axe. Those bunny hops, they can be very fast and very precise. So be very careful not to get baited into attacks. Nicely done.
It's very good.
Can I go next?
I'll take my bloody self up here. Wearing all white, we don't recommend.
I'm a little disappointed in the axe.
I thought you meant me.
No.
I was so sad for half a second.
No. You did really,
tried.
really well. You frustrated me into changing my tactic. So
Because I thought the best option would be to run directly at you to the side because you couldn't hit me there.
Good luck.
Now she's moving so much more. That would have terrified me.
Ah, that was bad. was bad. Ow! Good fight.
Whew.
Nicely done.
That was close.
Nice.
That was impressive. Would you like to go next, Jade? And try your luck against the axe? As a sword user, you will face it very often. As I said, some consider it a direct counter.
I don't know that you'll see it so much now. There's a lot of other things that are
Oh, yeah.
better.
Daggers.
Yeah.
But still,
I
it is an...
think the like I hit really hard with this. Like I actually hit harder than I do with my hammer.
Indeed.
But the reach is very lackluster.
Let's try again. I'll try a different strategy. Good luck.
I didn't take my arrows back from you.
Oh,
Remind me to make sure you give them back to me because they'll make you very happy.
Yeah,
That will have great.
I carry very little, so they're not making me heavy or anything currently.
Okay,
Not
that's
even
fine.
close. I'm about
I
half
totally
of-
forgot.
Yeah, I guess about half of my pocket space
Oh, okay. Good.
with them. Yeah,
You
I
see that,
carry
like,
nothing.
the reach on this thing
long as it's
is
under half, it's fine.
non-existent.
So it's sharp, but you have to be right up against them.
Exactly, and I can exploit it with my dynamic movement. But if I get too close, she can capitalize really fast. Good fight.
Very nice.
I don't usually like fighting like this, but it's the only way for me to reliably do well against an axe. Just poke from distance and try to never get hit back. Slowly pick the axe apart. But I understand it is annoying for my opponent.
Yeah.
So I always
And a
try
whole lot of not fun.
yeah, so I always try to overpower it because it is also fun to fight against it like that. But it is very messy.
Remember now why I stopped using an axe a very long time ago.
Indeed. In a way, it can be exploited just like katana. It is a very good choice and it is actually pretty easy to learn at first, but to master it takes a lot of time. I need to be incredibly precise. Which Elle actually is. I really like her usage of bunny hopping. She is very precise and she knows exactly where to be.
Keep you on your toes. that's for
Exactly.
sure.
And she
Except for
knows.
with this axe, which is short as fuck.
And she knows when I'm out of breath or when her opponent is out of breath.
Mhm.
And that's when she presses on.
That I do. I could tell that you were out of breath there.
Indeed.
It's like, chase him down. Chase him down.
That is my main weakness against an axe. I need to spend a lot of effort watching my stamina. If I don't, I'm as good as dead. That is the one weapon that brings out my worst habits the most. The axe. Well, everything in moderation. I believe it is time, at least for me, to end this very educational sparring session. I have learned much from that, and I have all of you to thank for it. I hope that this session served you as well as it served me, and I do hope that you will consider coming back for more.
Yes, thank you very much. I feel enriched and empowered.
It was
That is
actually a
good.
lot
I
of
know
fun.
that didn't sound enthusiastic upon review, but it was.
You want to know the really scary thing?
Hmm.
I could hit even harder, but I can't because I can jump
Oh,
like a lot harder
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
and be a lot
That is
healthier.
scary.
Tianchi, I believe, is like that.
Yep.
He can
Yep.
jump in style like you, but he certainly,
No, he can't anymore.
but he's
But he's
certainly
like
powerful.
super thick now. He put on like heavy armor so he can't jump anymore, and like he hits really fucking hard.
A juggernaut of an opponent.
Yeah. 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 He's really hard to fight. I think the closest I came last night when we were sparring was we did a double KO.
Nicely
I
done.
hit him with the backswing as he knocked me out.
Those are the best hits. Very frustrating
Yeah,
for the
that was-
opponent. When they thought they
It was
won.
funny.
I believe this approach will help him survive in that dragon's dungeon. That is probably why he trained like that. But of course, it's very effective against opponents of our caliber too. Well, hopefully he will stop by at some point and grace us with his mastery.
I don't know if you'll ever see him. He's awake quite late.
I see.
Like when I'm up late, he's up late as well.
I see.
Yep.
Well, we
Like
shall
me, I have nightmares in 2.5 hours.
Making
Oh
good
my.
life choices. See?
Well, I went to bed last night at like 5 p.m. 'cause
I
I'd
still
stayed
have
up.
not been to bed.
I
Oops.
stayed up the full day, so yeah.
Also,
Oh, you
Elle,
have to catch up.
before I
Hmm?
forget, since I have you here, I would like to clarify my intentions from the last encounter we had with the gentleman you accused of killing your griffins. I tried to befriend him. I tried to show him that I'm on his side, so that he can show me his shop. I wanted to see with my own eyes if he left any clues or any evidence that would point me to his guilt. Unfortunately, he was smart, and there was nothing for me to find. I looked through everything he had in his shop, but unfortunately, no solid evidence.
That's because he didn't get the griffin.
Mm,
It died after he left
I see.
because he was using poison.
Ah,
Who the heck kills baby animals? I mean, really?
I don't actually know
With
if it was him.
poison?
he
I don't
is
even know who you're
indeed
talking about, but whoever it
suspicious,
is,
and the
I
way he
hope
reacted
they get what they deserve.
leads me to believe that he is our best lead to at least find the right culprit, if it's not him. But he definitely knows more than he's saying. I just wanted to mention that. He trusts me. He said it himself. Maybe if I get a bit closer with him, he will be able to tell me more or make a mistake. We shall
Mm.
see.
So, not him, but like he generalized the person that I saw doing it was wearing the Stygian top that was black with red accents. And the Stygian helmet. I remember that for sure. It was black with red accents on it.
Hmm. Interesting. We'll keep our eyes open.
Hopefully, he still has that helmet and wears it out. If he was smart, he would have dumped it, but I don't find that most people like to dump their armor.
I saw them once in town before it happened, and then when it happened, but I haven't seen anyone in that outfit since. So
I believe he has most of his
I
gear
didn't.
in his shop, and he is looking to hire someone who would be there and who would sell his stuff when he can be around. Maybe we could get there. Maybe we could ask them to show us around when he's not around, so we can inspect the shop together for the Stygian armor.
Well, I don't know that it's actually him. Like, people get me and May mixed up quite often, right?
How?
The way we sound.
Oh, I thought you meant appearance-wise. I was very
Oh,
confused.
no.
Yeah, me too.
I had questions.
Yeah, no, we look a little too different to.
A little tiny bit. You know, you could be distant, like fourth removed cousins, maybe. No.
Mm.
We'll keep it in mind if we see anyone like that.
Yes. We
Thank
will
you.
immediately.
We'll get to
So
the bottom of
black,
this.
red, and
And-
Stygian helmets. Did you say he had the Stygian
I
top as
said-
well?
Maybe. I don't remember. I know it was mostly black and red. Keep in mind, I don't blame the person who did it. They were sent by someone else. And I want that someone else's name. They're the one that I want.
You will get it.
Well, I am a terrible interrogator, so if I find that person, I'll just report it to you.
Or talk.
I'm not very scary.
I mean, all the information I find is going to talk, so.
I beg to differ. You became quite a formidable opponent in a very short amount of time, thanks to your attitude and thanks to the way.
Well, I'm not planning to attack the man.
I
outright.
have had. Satoshi and I have had a very, very long time of practice with weaponry.
That is true.
Don't count yourself out just yet. It literally is practice.
Years of practice, not just days or months.
Yeah,
Thousands of hours.
I would say I'm under the 2-week mark.
Thousands of hours.
I don't doubt for a
Weapons in
moment.
our hands. Swinging it around.
And we know how to use all the weapons that are available. To a various
Yeah.
degree of success, but we know the basics at the very least.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
But you'd never seen those spicy axes before, and you whipped my ass thoroughly.
Well, because the spicy axes are a lot like a sword and offhand like axe. Similar.
Indeed. Once you figure out the fundamentals with one weapon, it allows you to learn other weapons a bit faster, a bit
Mhm.
easier, because certain moves, certain swings are just the same or very similar. It's all about the distance management, it's all about the movement, and even dodging. That is something, once you learn it with one weapon, you can apply those fundamentals with every other weapon, including something like a bow. For example, I never practiced a bow, but I know how to use it very well, because I can rely on my knowledge of fighting against any other melee weapons. I know the weak spots, I know when to shoot, and I know when I'm safe.
Mm-hmm. So disappointed in my act. So disappointed.
You'll get there.
Aw.
That reach has just
Oh.
let you down.
So let down by the reach of that fucking thing.
It's so sharp. It was so close to being perfection.
Do you want it?
No, I don't want a weapon that can't reach. Disappointed in the
Well-
weapon, you try to put it on me.
You could forge it into something else that's a little bit better. It's actually a really nice act.
Okay. I will figure out the axe situation.
It's really good against a lot of medium-sized enemies. Like if you're being attacked by like sand reapers,
Mhm.
that thing will just
Or if-
yeek right through them.
Or if you're surrounded by a bunch of tribal warriors, you can easily get yourself
That
out of
too.
the situation, knock them over, and make them bleed.
Stuck in a corner, not with an axe.
Exactly. You think I'm
Mhm.
stuck here with you? No, you're stuck here with me and my ex.
You've been lured into the corner. Welcome to
Mhm.
hell. Well, thank you for the lessons and the very sharp, very reach. It, I'll figure out the reach thing.
Reach impaired.
Yeah, the reach impaired axe. Yes, that
My
one.
apologies.
Okay, aggressive. Aggressive.
I didn't mean to.
I was expressing my gratitude, not insulting you.
I didn't mean to send you off with an elbow hit like that, but such is the way of things.
Mhm.
Please send my regards to Mizu. I would like to see her again soon, and I hope that all three of you will figure out how to gracefully deal with this situation.
We will sure give it our best effort.
But
Yes.
no matter the outcome, you're always welcome here, in my dojo. You already
I think
applied yourself for the part-time job. So if there is
we
ever...
didn't apply ourselves. We hired ourselves.
Very well.
Mhm.
Yes.
You're
We
familiar.
skipped the application process.
You're familiar with how things run around here. And although you might be a considerable distraction to my priest, I'm sure he'll find a way how to deal with it.
He's fine now.
He's very happy over
If it continues, he can do his meditations. He's not staring at things. He can do his meditations with a blindfold if it helps.
I'll keep that in
He
mind.
doesn't need his eyes to meditate. I've never meditated with my eyes open.
Mhm.
Just a thought.
Very
But we
well.
won't stand in front of him anymore.
I shall blind my priest just out of precaution.
Uh,
Um,
Eyesight is nothing but a distraction anyway.
perhaps just like a blindfold or something, so
Yeah,
he can still use his eyes when he walks away. You know?
Yes.
Very well.
Yes, he only needs to not see when we're around is the thing. He can hear our voices coming and then slip his blindfold on and be fine.
Very well.
Maybe.
But what I was trying to say is that you're always welcome. All three of you. Just as I feel welcome in your tea shop, this dojo is yours. Should you ever need it.
Thank you. I wish you luck in repairing it from all of the fireballs.
Hey, I was very careful with those, okay?
Well, I noticed it hit both the stairs and I think every single wall, plus the railings all along here.
All right, all
no.
right. Well,
Everyone
it's time to go.
survived.
Hey, you
That's
had
what
permission.
matters.
You had permission. I'm just detailing the damage report since I work here.
I will.
It's all messed up. But
I will
it's not
repair
broken.
everything for you.
No, it's not broken. You didn't break anything. You just singed it. It's acceptable. Those are acceptable parameters.
Very well. Safe travels back home. I must go have my rest. But it was a pleasure as
Yeah.
always. And next
Thank
time you arrive, please bring some cakes and some water. I will accept your gift
What?
and I will gladly eat it with you. If you join me.
We'll see.
Mhm.
I don't fucking believe him for a second. Jade narrows her eyes in suspicion. I'm just imagining him, you sitting there, pretending to chew and throwing it behind your head when we're not looking.
Wow.